Hello everybody, welcome back. So we're going to have a quick look at XLM. I know, it's random, isn't it? Random selection. But we've been looking at a few different top to medium top cap coins recently, and we're looking at them versus their Bitcoin pairs, because there seems to be some magic in that. So we're doing quite well in our ICP trade so far. It's working out pretty good. Link, it's not like a trade we entered, but it's an observation that we've made on the live streams over time, and now we're getting our breakout, and that makes a lot of sense as to why we're seeing such strength with Link. I think that'll continue quite well. And the Bitcoin also in its descending channel. Let's kind of look at that. Bitcoin's descending channel. We spoke about this last night on the just before I did the live stream. Actually, the Bitcoin bounce is imminent, and lo and behold, we began to bounce just like magic. It wasn't really magic, I have to say. It was pretty obvious, basic stuff really. You had bullish divergence forming on the way down from all the way down here on the hourly, on the 2 hourly. Probably on the 3 hourly, not whoever looks at the 3 hourly anyway. 4 hourly, you get the picture. You see where I'm coming from, and obviously nothing above that yet. So it did look like a bounce is in play, or getting ready to bounce basically, and we've done quite well out of that so far. But there's a lot of resistance above us. 44,000, 10 exponential is basically where I'll be looking for it. And if we push through that, then we'll be looking for the top of the channel. So there's a lot of resistance above us. So I'm not saying that this is going to be the reversal or anything, but it's nice to see that the $40,000 zone, as well as my bid, which was filled just yesterday, so just like clockwork, it's all working out very nicely. Is all working out basically. Let's just put it like that. So we can continue to trade basically using the charts. Things aren't as crazy as they were prior leading into that dump. And again, just for the record, did predict the dump as well. Go to the Twitter, you'll see it's on my pinned tweets. It's one of the things I'm most proud of recently. And actually, I predicted. I said that not only would it dump, but it would dump down to low 40,000s. $40,000 is pretty strong, and it's all a buying opportunity. So let's see if that tweet stands the test of time, because that would be 1 minute's worth of of price summary in advance of what's been going on for a good 6 weeks or so. If that tweet ends up being like, the ultimate prediction for the future wrapped up in the space of 60 seconds, I think that'll be a pinned tweet for a little while. But let's just see if $40,000 holds as support, and then we do bottom from there. If that is the case, then I'll tell you what, someone needs to give me a medal, because that is pretty impressive stuff. Never mind. Let's have a look at XLM. So it looks like we've got a bit of a bull flag going on here on the sats. The reason we're looking at sats is because we're seeing nice moves versus Satoshis, basically. ICP is working out really nicely. We observed Chainlink as well today, and worked out why that was doing that. It's something we've been looking at in the live streams as well. And the Ichimoku cloud seems to be playing a decent part in some of these pumps at the moment. So we've got this bull flag, is what it would appear to be. The 10 exponential holding it. So consolidation from that move. We've got a green portion of the cloud here. Price is above the cloud. The cross is there. So we've got our conversion baseline cross. And the Chuku span is basically surfing the outer rim. So technically, the second that we close above here, that's a signal generated. So it's okay to try and play that as a trade, and this doesn't mean a continuation of a trend, although that could easily take place, on the next big move up. This means this signal means that it's a decent risk to reward ratio for a position, and that position would take us up to what would likely be the next major area of resistance. Unfortunately, we are just not too far away from the 200 exponential, about 660 sats. So that is a bit of a problem, because obviously that is going to be a major resistance. It's been a major resistance since we broke down over here. Tap, tap, tap. So you'd expect to see that be tapped as well. But if the powerful move is generated, like it could be, with one of those indicators, that signal, I would expect a little more than 6 or 7%, then we could break through that, and then we'd be looking for actual tangible levels of horizontal trend lines, and we kind of have one over here. And this is going to sound moon boy stuff over here. Right? This is going to sound a bit too crazy, but we'll do it anyway. And we'll be looking for a move up to 800 sats. Now, from 600 to 800, it's a hell of a lot, isn't it? It's a fair old whack. That's a 30% move. But ICP's been doing that every other day. Chainlink's obviously done it too, so why not XLM? I know it's not a popular coin. Why would anyone want to trade XLM? But a chart is a chart, a signal is a signal, a resistance is a resistance, and if we can break through the 200 exponential, then I suppose 800 sats isn't out the realms of possibility. Seems okay to me, to be honest with you. Let's have a look down here. What's going on here? So it's not the most convincing MACD. It's not extremely strong or anything like that. But yet again, you know, we're waiting for the push up, which this signal generally would indicate something like that's to happen. Now again, you know, people seem to think that, you know, when you're dealing with charts and you get a signal that it has to happen. Nothing obviously has to happen. You know, it is a signal. That's what it is. It's a textbook signal for, you know, you could read the textbook. This is what it means. This is what you'd expect. And so this is what we'd look to play. If it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen. No big bloody deal. Don't worry about it. But if it does happen, at least we had a little bit of warning in advance and we could have tried to catch that move. So that is trading for you, all right? That is trading. You know, these people watch the, videos and stuff and go, you said, but it, what the... look, calm down. As long as you're winning more trades than you're losing, then fair play to you. And a lot of the time, you know, when you were looking at something like this, so I wouldn't really call it a losing trade. I mean, ICP technically was a losing trade to start with, but ended up being an absolute beauty of a winner. You know, you're never going to get the perfect entry point. The idea is you balance the risk to reward and see if it works out. I think the risk to reward on this one's actually quite good, but like you say, the major area of resistance is this area, 658, 660 sats. Breaking that 200 exponential should bring us up to about 800 sats. But yeah, like I say, it's not the most convincing of the MACD. RSI is quite good. Money flow index is quite good. Let's bring it down to the lower term time frame, see what's going on down here. Check out the 12 hourly, because again, you know, when we've been in such a long downtrend with the overall market, come on, let's just refresh that. Come on, give me some information here. Then yeah, you're going to find more interesting stuff on the lower term time frames. That's where we're looking to turn around basically. And lo and behold, 12 hourly, we've reclaimed the 200 exponential. It's, like I say, it's pretty nondescript, but we have done it. Turning down a little bit as well though. No big deal. Still consistent with that bull flag kind of vibe. And the 4 hourly, actually, looking at this now, we're finding ourselves in a bit of an ascending triangle. I don't know if you can see it, but if you see that green 50 exponential, you imagine that as your support, which it basically is, much better than any kind of triangle could be drawn. So you imagine that being your support, and then a flat level of resistance seems to be taking place over here. That, well, we'll draw it in for those who can't see it. I appreciate there's a lot of people here that probably, you know, don't know what I'm talking about. The green 50 exponential is being the support, but we'll draw this in just for fun so you can see. And this is an ascending triangle, which is more bullish than bearish. So our supports are creeping up, our resistances are staying flat. We're reaching the apex on a 4 hourly. Looks like it wants to break, and that would be consistent with the way that the daily is brewing that move. Well, it's already confirmed. The Ichimoku cloud signal on the daily, which is great. So I like the way it looks. Bull flag basically, but with these other components involved, plus Bitcoin bouncing so far so good from a very, very strong level of support that we've had in our sights for what feels like a best part of a month now. Yeah, it looks like the perfect storm. I'm not saying this is going to be the biggest move you've ever seen in your life. It might not even work, but so far so good. It's got a few things about it on different time frames which are quite appealing, so I like it. Again, this is a Bitcoin pair, so we're mainly talking spot trading here. We're not talking anything else. We're talking spot trading because you could see a pullback in the market, yet this chart would go up, basically meaning that for whatever reason, maybe it's the chart, that XLM is actually stronger than Bitcoin because of its posture on the chart. So we'll see how it goes, but I quite like the look of it. Golden crossed from back down here as well, so it does look like a trend in the making, like an uptrend in the making, and brewing strength right now as we speak, getting ready to pop any moment. Again, just remember, it doesn't have to happen. So if you watch this and a few days later it's gone down, so what? It's a failed trade, so be it. You know, we get failed trades all the time. We get successful trades as well. The idea is, as long as you're winning more than you're losing, you're trading. You're making the money. This is what it is that I do. You know, this is how I make my money. So otherwise, I wouldn't be speaking to you on a 12-year-old computer that I've strapped together with tin cans and promises. I'm also from Yorkshire, so I'm pretty tight-fisted. Right, I'm going to leave it with you there. Thanks for watching, guys. Hope you have a nice day. Take it easy.